it going? I am Ashley Rose Nova from TWM News, TWM in the UK. I'm not in the UK. I'm in the States. I'm here with Masha Slamovich from Impact Wrestling. We're setting off to Bound for Glory on October 7th. And of course, you can purchase that on Fight everywhere. It's available. First of all, Masha, how are you?
I'm doing well today. How are you?
I'm very well. I'm good. It's a lovely day here in Texas. So I'm going to ask you a few questions and then, we'll have a little bit of fun, if that's okay with you.
Fun is not something that we're usually doing, but I guess today we'll give it a shot.
All right. So what are your thoughts going into Bound for Glory? Is this your first Bound for Glory, correct?
It is my first Bound for Glory, yes.
So what are your thoughts going into it? I know you're facing our Knockouts champion, Jordynne Grace.
I am very excited and I'm looking forward to that match. It is a match that I've wanted to run back ever since it first happened just briefly in 2019. But now, we're different wrestlers. The stakes are much higher. It's Bound for Glory. And I think it's definitely going to be a match worth watching.
All right. You've entered this women's division very dominant, very strong. Are you concerned about, our current Knockouts champion, Jordynne? She's a strong competitor.
She's definitely a strong competitor. She's a skilled competitor as well. But I think the real question is she worried enough about me, or is she worried about the mind games that she thinks have been going on? You attract what you think. So ask her the question.
I mean, that is a valid point. I think everything is, like you said, a projection of, your inner self, and how you truly feel. So if she feels, a little worried, a little dominant, here you are, you've came into this division very strong. I mean, there was a point we were worried about the refs. I'll be honest with you, because no one was safe from you when you debuted.
No one was safe then and no one is safe now. I think everyone is smart enough to learn to stay out of my path. Simple as that.
Yeah, I can see that, even following, your matches, around even, before Impact and the Indy circuit, you showed how much of a strong competitor you are, how dominating you are. So what are the chances you think you're going to walk out as champion?
Well, I think if I was betting money on it, I'd bet on me. I'll say that.
All right. So I do have a few questions from Impact Faithful. I like to ask them, if they have anything to ask you, because, they're not here in this shindig. They're not here in this party with us. So let's go ahead and give it a start. Geek at Heart, very loyal Impact Faithful member. He wanted to know what got you into wrestling. Who was it? Who influenced you? I'm sure it's a common question you get.
It was less of a who influenced me. I think it was I liked the violence and the intensity that I saw, and I wanted to be a part of it from a very young age. I saw that as somewhere that I can have my outlet of violence, basically.
You got great death matches. I've seen them. You do. So I'm pretty excited to see, more of you on Impact. And let's see, Brandon, who goes to pretty much every show, wants to know, are you having any merchandise coming out for Impact anytime soon?
Very shortly. Keep your eyes open.
Heather Johnson, known as the Type O Queen, wants to know, is there anywhere else you're interested in wrestling, or anyone in particular that can walk through that door and that open door policy of Impact?
I think that Japan is somewhere that we can take a look at having people coming in and out for both the men's and the women's division.
All right, solid. Definitely, you've been to Japan before, correct?
Definitely, yes.
When was the last time you were over there wrestling?
I spent all of 2020 over there under contract with Marvelous and also doing some freelance work in other companies.
Awesome. So that way they, at least everyone will be able to find you, check those out. You know, there's some great wrestling in Japan as well. I mean, there's great wrestling in Impact too, but Japan, there's some solid wrestling out there. A lot of influences. Let's see. And the great Muda, the cat, wants to know. That's true. That is a a Twitter account. Wants to know, when was the moment that you knew that you wanted to be the type of wrestler that you are, dominating, strong? Has it always been with you, or is it just, or did it just develop in time?
It always was with me because it is me, it's who I am. And I can't really be anybody I'm not. I can only give you who I am. So what you see is what you get with me.
All right. Ayo wants to know, what's your deal with Toy Story?
My what?
Your deal with Toy Story, the movie?
Oh, I don't care for it. There are other movies to watch that are more entertaining.
I mean, it's kind of one of those like nostalgia effects, like when you're a child, I suppose, but it's also very traumatizing in my opinion.
Even as a kid, I didn't get it.
Get it? It's cool. Let's see. Well, let's see. I think that is the main questions from them that at least I wanted to highlight. I mean, other than that, it's pretty much, they want to know a lot about you. The fans love you, clearly, at Impact. They do. So it's awesome to see, especially when you debuted. It was exciting to see how excited they were when you came in. So, one of them did want to know, who's your favorite band? What's your favorite type of music?
That is so hard because I like so many different types of music. It's hard to just pick one band. But if I had to go with favorites, it would either be Kiss or Black Sabbath.
Oh, solid choices. Very solid. Now, which Kiss album do you like, or what's your favorite Kiss song?
What's my favorite Kiss song? Heaven's on Fire is definitely one of them.
Yeah, solid band. I think Kiss is one of those bands that's like, they're going to completely, be around per generation. I don't think there's anyone that's like not currently, that's in like any type of like rock, metal, type of music that does not have some type of influence of Kiss. So, do you collect vinyl?
I just not too long ago started collecting some vinyl. Akira got me a record player for Christmas. So now I have a reason to collect vinyls.
That's awesome. It's definitely like a hobby that, because I also am a vinyl collector. I just started recently, like the beginning, like of, let's see, months, I think. Not like the beginning of the year, is more or less when I started kind of thinking about it. But it is, it's a pricey hobby, but it's totally worth it. Like, just it's just like an aesthetic thing. It's completely worth it. Now, for the fun question is, I happen to know you like goldfish, the snack.
That's true.
So, what's your favorite type of goldfish? Because they got all kinds of flavors.
Oh man, the extra cheddar that the super yellow box is my favorite.
Yeah, I think I had sent you, like, did you happen to get this goldfish holder? I think that might have been me. Because I
Yeah,
have one.
I need to try every type of goldfish. After Bound for Glory though, not at this very moment.
So after, do you say you beat our current knockouts champion? And, well, not if, you probably will. I mean, you're a strong competitor. Jordynne's strong. Who do you think is going to come up next to challenge you?
Like I said in other interviews, I'll be ready and waiting for anybody who wants to step up to the plate.
All right, solid. Any concern about Killer Kelly running out there?
I think the real concern is who's the real killer between the two.
Well, if I'm gonna bet, I'm gonna bet you. you know, but that's just me.
My choice.
That's just me. I'm always going to take your side when it comes to that. Killer Kelly, she's coming in very strong too, a lot like you did. But if I'm gonna bet, I'm gonna bet towards you. There. So, also, anything you want to say for your fans watching out there that will see this?
I always want to thank the fans for, being there supporting and watching, because if it wasn't for them, who are we really doing this for? And anybody who's listening and watching, I will implore you to tune into Impact on October 7th, because aside from my match at Bound for Glory, there's going to be a lot of other awesome matches. The card is absolutely stacked. Not a night of wrestling that you want to miss.
Absolutely. Bound for Glory is probably one of the best Impact pay-per-views. I would say next to Hard to Kill. Slammiversary to me is like also another one, but Bound for Glory to me has always been like the story of the underdog, the story of the least expected thing to happen. You don't know who's going to walk through that door. You don't know who's going to win that title. And everyone, I think it's one of those pay-per-views either people need to go see live or they just need to watch it live, which you can on Fight. So any words of inspiration you want to give anyone out there?
Words of inspiration, I suppose mine would be as simple as, if there's a will, there's a way. Whatever you want, go for it relentlessly. And I think I lead by example.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, by your ring, performance, how you are as a person, I think it shows that, if you can see it, you can accomplish it, but you got to work hard.
100%.
And one thing I can say, as far as, me watching, your career within the last 2 years, is that I've progressively seen you grow. You've become a lot stronger as a competitor, and you absolutely deserve to be exactly where you are in Impact. And, I really want you to walk out as champion. And, I'm sure a lot of people do.
I think it's only been earned with hard work, and that's what I'll continue doing every time I step into the ring.
Absolutely. All right. I mean, unless you have anything else to say, I think we're pretty much done. I mean, everyone tune into Bound for Glory. Watch Masha Slamovich. She's awesome. I've seen her live. Trust me. October 7th on Fight TV. Yeah, Fight TV, Fight Network. It's definitely worth the buy. It's going to be an awesome pay-per-view. Card is absolutely stacked, and we got a great main event.
100%.
All right.